Hi, everybody. How are you? Cheers to you. Deliciousness of coffee. Um, guess what? Today is the last live stream of 2023 for me, for Dia's Frugal Life. I got some curtains. It's a chilly day. I think it's 44 degrees, but it says it feels like did I say 44? 46 degrees, but it feels like 44. And it is cold. My hands are cold. So I've got coffee here and I've got cherries, sweet cherries, but they're frozen. So I'm just letting them thaw out a little bit because it's too dang cold, but I want some cherries. I have frozen cherries. Hi, Sissy. Happy New Year. Cheers to you. You have your tea so we can talk about it. Ooh, dang, 29 degrees. Jesus. Ugh. It's so cold. My hands are freezing right now. Like I want to stick them in my armpits. Such a lady. Oh my gosh, it is freezing there. Well, below freezing. Dang. Yeah, so this is the last live stream. Stick them in there, huh? No, actually coffee. Ooh, just for me? Thank you. Cheers, cheers, cheers. What coffee are you drinking? I remember you had the Casi Cielo from Starbucks, and then we had the one that was from Nicaragua, I think. I don't know if you have a different one now. But yes, welcome, welcome. I see 2 people on here, 3 thumbs up. Awesome. It's kind of weird how that is. Oh, pennies to dollars. Hi. Happy New Year. Okay, the one that we got at the cider mill. Awesome. Yeah, I think it was a mix, mainly from Nicaragua. I'm not sure. Happy New Year, Bonita. I know that's how you pronounce your name, but when I read it, it says bonita in Spanish, which is pretty or beautiful. So I always think like, "Oy, bonita. How are you doing?" Oh, you got to double check. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I remember it was from Nicaragua. That's why we got it, because our dad's side of the family is from Nicaragua. Oh, that's nice and warm. Too bad I can't warm my hands up because it's like double insulated. So all I feel is cold. Yes, I pronounce it the American version, but you answer to both. Oh, yeah, I'll be saying, "Ay, bonita, ¿cómo estás? How are you?" How did you end up with that name? Let's talk about how we were named. If you want to share, um, if you want me to share yours, Beverly, but I'll start with mine. So my name is Diamantina. Okay, your mom? Oh, okay, your mom was named Bonnie. Ah, I see. Yeah, they're for. Okay, I'll share it then, Beverly. For Beverly, my sister, my mom said that she was seeing some lady win the lottery, and her name was Beverly. So it's just that simple. It's like, "Ooh, yeah, she's a winner. She won the lottery. That's what I'm gonna name my daughter, Beverly." And then Star is her middle name. So I don't know. I don't know where. I guess you're just like Star because that was one of the potential names for me, but in Spanish, Estrella, Estrellita. So she got a pretty nice name, Beverly Star. And mine though, she was wanting to name me Wanda, Spring, Little Diamond. Come to find out, it was going to be Little for my first name, and then Diamond, because in Spanish it's like it sounds different than how it's written. It sounds different, but it was either going to be Spring, Little Diamond, Donna, Wanda. Those I think were the top contenders, and I think she ended up putting like Diamond or something like that. And then so somehow, some way, when they were at the hospital, my parents, my dad changed whatever name my mom had put on there to Diamantina, which is his grandma's name. So that's how I got mine. How long does the Blue Eddy last you until you have to charge it? Well, that's kind of a, I don't know. That just depends, really. Like, I hate to just say that because I hate watching videos that tell me, but it really is true. Just depends how you're using it, how often, what are you using it with, etc. So, if I'm only using it to charge my phone, it could last me weeks. If I'm cooking with it or using my some like a heater or something like that, then it might last me a day, two if I'm lucky. So it all depends. It really does. It just depends on on what you're using, and then the amount of watts or amp hours and all that. It really does. It's I hate to say that answer because I don't like hearing that. But that's what it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Audrey, my niece, they couldn't decide. My sister and her husband, Brian, they could not decide what to name their kids. At least they weren't telling me. I'm like, you have to at least have some idea of whatever kind of baby names. Give me something. I always get excited. Like, what are you gonna name them? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what about that? And I had constantly told her Olivia, name them Olivia. Cora ended up naming her dogs, so Popeye and Olive. So that was close enough to. But yeah, they couldn't decide. So in the hospital, it was just baby girl Highland, which Highland is their last name. Until they finally decided Audrey. No, you really didn't know with Evan either? Oh my goodness. Evan's the baby of the family. He's so cute. But you couldn't decide with him either. I don't think even with your first one. I had like names, so many names picked out. I'm just glad you named him the middle name that I liked. I was like, ooh, I feel so special. Ah, Louis Bale, good morning. Good morning. How are you? And the Germans called him Even. Even instead of Evan. Oh, wow. Even. Yeah. Now with Noah, we knew. Oh, you just didn't want to say with Noah, huh? I remember all the different names that you wanted some like, what did I think? Out of this space, out of this world name. You wanted something unique. And the options were like, they were pretty cool. They were pretty cool, but you decided for Noah. He's going to build you an ark, girl. He's going to save us all. No, you were in Germany for most of it. Oh man. Let's see. Oh yeah, Brian wanted Ocean, not me. Oh, okay. So Brian's the one that comes up with the creative funky names. Did he come up with the middle name for Evan? Evan? Let's see. Tim G. Anything you're going to put in the van? I assume it's related to the previous question or comment that because anything I put in the van is going to be different than what you're going to put in a van, what your priorities are. Definitely charge your phone, or laptop, iPad, something like that. That should last you for days, maybe even a week or more. And then I think one of my main things is, how are you going to recharge it? Are you going to have solar? Are you going to take your small or big battery somewhere to plug it in? I'm worried more about recharging it than using it, even though using it still like is a big deal. Let's see. Oh, and your old manager said Ocean sounds like oh shit. Anytime they call your baby's name, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, I was laughing when you told me that, Gosh, that was well over 12 years ago. Let's see. Can you believe time flies? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Brian came up with the name May, her middle name May. And yeah, Malachi too. I figured because I don't see you coming up with some, I can't say funky names, but like creative funky names like that. I figured it was more him. Yeah, for Cora, I ended up naming her Cora Lynn because I wanted something short and sweet. After having my name has 10 letters. So after writing my name over and over, learning how to write it, I was like, oh my God, this is too long. And everybody else's name was so short. And I was like, man, I'm never going to do this to my baby. Stupid kids, huh? But yeah, I just wanted something short, sweet, to the point. So that's what I came up with, Cora. I like those older names like Cora, Emma, Lily, different names like that. And they're just short and cute. I think they're cute. Yeah, definitely him. Yeah. Like for me, going back to Tim G. So for me, I like to have obviously my phone. I have a laptop, but I rarely use that. And that one I just use to kind of help me out with my YouTube or like different things like that, just to find the Amazon links, and then I'll put them on there because I still haven't figured out a way to get my links with my phone. So I go to the laptop, but I rarely use that. And then now everything's just copy and paste with my phone. So mainly my thing is just my phone. Here recently I came across a really nice gift with a electric hot pot, and that one uses about 300 watts on the low. And I have a video coming up about that. So using the small Bluetti EB3A and that hot pot, I cooked something with it. So that should be coming up pretty soon. And then what else would I what else would I do? With my EB3A, the Bluetti, it's 600 watts, I think 268 watt hours or something like that. But I've used the rice cooker to cook rice with it. I have a video about that. Um, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna do more with the electric hot pot and then the rice cooker with that EB3A, and just do more cooking videos on occasion, like from time to time. Because it's pretty basic. Like once you've seen one video of me cooking something and seeing how much power it draws, then it's pretty much the same thing. But I also have a 2000 watt Bluetti. That's a big sucker. That's I think it's the AC 200P. I think the one of the older bigger Bluettis. And that one, I have videos where I do what do you call that? God damn, I slipped my mind. A coffee maker. My gosh, I couldn't think of the name. I run a coffee maker. I run a microwave, and it handles it beautifully. So I have videos on that too. Let's see. Beverly says, "I bet my dad was able to change your name because he's the man, the father." like in Germany, I had to get power of attorney to name Evan in case Brian was still gone. Whoa, I did not know that. Wow. Yeah, they still have it to where like the man's the head of the household, and yeah, he has the final say, right? Yep, they get the final say, which is good in a way. It's really good because if they have that kind of power, then it's kind of twisted now in the present times that we live in, because now they still have those kind of privileges, the head of the household, you take the man's last name, etc., which I don't mind at all. That's fine. But then it goes into like, okay, well, I mean, you're going to be the provider, you're the man of the household. That's how I see it. Like, hey, you want to be the top dog? then provide for your family, make it happen. But a lot of them want you to work as much as they do. And, we're built different. We're built different. We can work hard and do what we need to do, but we can't do what a man can do. That's crazy. And if you think that you can do what a man can do, then in my opinion, I don't think so. Not everything, because we are different. Male, female are different. There's some strong women out there. There's some women that enjoy more physical labor things, and that's great. I'm not, judging them. I'm not knocking it down, but we're not built the same. So there's a huge difference. And some people will want you to work just as hard as a man, and you are not a man. So don't expect a woman to work just as hard as a man, because we cannot. And the feminist out there, my sister, the feminist over here, I always give her a hard time. And men can't do what we can do. Exactly. We're built different. We can do what we can do, and they can do what they can do. Like, they can't pop out any kids, even though, like, nowadays they're going to be saying, well, I'm a woman and I can have babies, but you have no uterus. How are you going to pop out a baby? You can't do it. You can adopt one. Even women have issues and they can't, like, physically have babies. But yeah, we're not built the same at all, at all. God did not make us to be the same. Otherwise, we would all be men, or we would all be women, or we would all be like blank whatever, and we can reproduce and create and do everything by ourselves, but we can't. Even in general, like, you actually need a village. You need you need more than one person. Way back when, my more ignorant days, I thought, oh, the lone wolf, I can do it all by myself. Heck yeah, I just need to read up on and learn, and like how to hunt, how to do this, how to do that, which you really can. You can do a lot, but you can't do it all. You can't do it all. Otherwise, we wouldn't need each other. And fortunately, we need each other. We need each other. Like, I don't know how to build a car, and I sure enjoy driving around a car. I don't want to walk everywhere. I don't want to be lugging things everywhere. I don't know how to make coffee. God created that. Like, I know the process to, like, push a button and have my water going, but how you, like, what is that? What is the word for the coffee beans? How you just cook them? I don't know. See, I don't even know that much. But yeah, like, Louis Bale won. We're not built the same as men, that's for sure. We're not. And I don't even want to be a man. I see what they go through, and no thank you. Like, they can work as hard as they want for us, and I appreciate it. I really do. But I'd rather be the stay-at-home mom, the stay-at-home wife, and do a little catering to them and cater to myself, because you can spoil yourself too. Let's see. Beverly says, ha ha ha. Heck yeah, stand up for us women. Feminist all the way. Girl. See, and we all have our opinions, and that's fine. That's fine. I still love you. You still love me. It doesn't matter. Like, you can, but I don't know. You have the right to choose, right? Oh, and then Cora and I give you a hard time about, like, pro-life, pro-choice. Well, we're pro-life, and at the same time, but that's just with babies, because, like, to be real, I'm against abortions. So I don't see, especially abortions, as a birth control. Like, that is just beyond ridiculous. And that's what the majority of women use it for. It's not like the tiny, tiny bit of exceptions of, like, all the disgusting things you can think of, how women, get pregnant and not by choice. But the majority use it as birth control, and that's horrible, because that's an innocent baby. Now, at the same time, if you're a grown adult and you're committing disgusting acts and everything else, then I don't care. Get the death penalty. So I can't say pro-choice, pro-life, because I don't care if they die. But I do care if a baby, an innocent life, dies. Like, that's a different. So But they do say pro-choice, pro-life for like abortion and stuff. So that's what we're talking about. But like at the same time, I'm just gonna be real. Like the serial killers, the pedophiles, the disgusting people, and everything else. If they get a death sentence, bye, bye. It doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt my heart. Bye. But I mean, that's reality. That's reality. That's how I feel. Woo. What about the babies that are born after and no one takes care of them? Then um that's either way, it's hard. It's hard, man. You just want to like, can I even say this kind of stuff on here? Like what you would what you would do to the miserable parents. Like that's where at the same time, if you have kids and they get taken away and you're a drug addict or you're horrible at whatever, then like I believe you shouldn't be having any kids. A lot of people actually want to get like their tubes tied and they want to like have a, what do you call it? I guess it would be tubes tied. Like they don't want kids. They're in their party stage and all that. And the doctors or insurances or whatever does not allow you until you're a certain age or you've had a gazillion kids. I guess unless you're paying with out of pocket, but most of us have where we have to have insurance or we have to have something and they don't approve that. So you keep popping out kids and you don't want them. And it's tough. It really is. It's tough. A lot of tough decisions are made when it comes to babies that are not born from violence. Yes, yes, for sure. Like, man, it is tough. It is tough. Good morning, Ileana. We are discussing all kinds of tough issues today. Well, it went to it. Yeah, it really, man. But if like I am like so against it. Like abortions are horrible. If and then I think, okay, well, let's continue this extremeness here. But then I'm okay with eating bacon and killing animals but if I had to do it myself, I would probably become vegetarian. If I had to go and kill these animals to feed me, then I just might become vegetarian because I feel bad. But when I'm eating the bacon and it's already cooked and everything, I don't like associate a living creature with my food. So like, yeah, it's it's all to say we're not perfect, right? We're not perfect. We all have our opinions. We all have what we would and wouldn't do, how extreme we would go, how like it's a very, very touchy subject for sure. And I want you guys to feel free, be respectful in your comments and everything, but feel free to, you guys can give your opinion. I personally could not. I could not. I know some that have, and most of them that have, that I know of, as far as like the abortion, they did it more as a birth control. And oops, I got pregnant, so let me get rid of it. And that's just horrible. Especially having so many preventing type of methods and options, and they're free. They're free. So yeah, that's the only thing, like an innocent thing to just kill. Ugh. I don't know. Yeah. Louis Bale. I love bacon and sausages. I do too. I do too. And we were created to be more of the top of the food chain, right? Years ago, let's see, Noodle Perry. Years ago, I went to a house that had chickens, and they asked us to choose the chicken we wanted to eat. I couldn't. It's hard, right? When you have to like, when you see it and it like it just becomes real. Like the cute little chicken just playing around, living its own little happy life, and like, okay, pick one. That's why some people say don't name your animals, don't make them your pets, because you're gonna have to kill them and eat them, and it's hard for some kids. It really is. But I don't know, way back when, it was probably easier because you just saw it and it was what it was. Now we're a lot more sensitive, I think. But see, like if you have a rotisserie chicken from Walmart or wherever, I'll be like, "Ooh, that looks good." Pick it up and take it home and cook it. I mean, cook it, eat it, and do whatever I want. Then I don't associate it like I just. It's just food. It's food. That's it. I don't see it as a living creature. But I probably would become vegetarian. I really would, if I had to do it myself. So, yeah, I think I would die because I don't know how to really grow anything, how to be a farmer. I don't know how to do any of that. So I'd be one of the first to die, guys. After my preps, I'm done. Wow. Yeah, after my preps, if I didn't learn how to get past that, I have to hunt and I have to scavenge and I have to kill and I have to do whatever to feed me, to keep myself going and my family going, then y'all can eat me. You guys can eat me and live another day. Jesus. The last live stream of 2023, guys. So y'all can put whatever you want, just be, polite about it. Whatever your opinion is, it's cool. Oh man. Let me show you these cherries. So they're frozen. They were frozen cherries and they're really yummy. They're sweetened dark cherries or something like that. But I'm just waiting for it to thaw out some more because it's cold. It's chilly. Like I'm double layered here. Plus I got a shirt, my smaller jacket, and a big jacket. And I'm finally warming up with the coffee. Said I would eat just vegetables, rice, and beans. Yes, exactly. That's it. I'd have to learn how to make like the tomato, bell peppers, onions, carrots, like the most basic of just basic. And I'm hoping I'm near some fruit trees because that would make my day. And I love cheese. Oh my God, I love cheese. But I would have to share because you do hear those stories and it's kind of cruel how like the cows, for example, they give birth to the calves and they only let them drink out of their teat or whatever however you say that for a certain amount of time, and then they're like, okay, you can't eat no more. This goes for us. We're gonna be selling the milk, and it's so delicious too. So it's like where there's a thin line. Where do you we cross it all the time? My goodness. Let's see, Beverly, going all out for 2023. Yes, the last live stream of 2023. So I'm just, whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about it for a little while. Eggs. Yeah, see, before I was a little bit more educated on eggs, I thought, no, that's killing little baby chicks. But it's really not, because they're just, if you don't have a rooster, it's it's disgusting to say, but this is how I picture it in my head. It's just like us having a period, just like bloop. But that's how I picture it in my head. But like it's just eggs. They're not fertile, they're not anything. They would rot otherwise. So eggs are okay to me. I would eat eggs instead of the chicken. And then some people raise pigs, a pig or two, for a certain amount of time, 6 months, a year, however long, till they get a certain size, weight, and all that. And they don't butcher it themselves. They take it somewhere. So like, the same thing, out of sight, out of mind. When you come back, you pick up the like the ham, the ribs, the bacon, like it's all prepped and ready to go and it looks delicious and you don't think about it. But if I were to have my mini farm, I would definitely have chickens for the eggs. I would raise a pig from time to time. And what else? Corey and I had talked about like, um, oh, sorry, I was reading. I get sidetracked. Corey and I were talking about like, okay, instead of a cow, we would have like a goat because it's smaller, less to maintain. Um, and it's just, you're going to get milk anyway. So, I mean, that would be an option for me. Instead of a big old cow, you have a smaller animal. But yeah, Lewis Bale says, I love eggs, fish too. Yeah, I like shrimp. I like shrimp. Noodle pair. Today is 12/31/23. Is it 30 or 31? Yeah, it is. It is 31. It's the last day. The last day of 2023. So cheers, y'all. The last coffee we have together this year. Man. Yeah, I was going to completely title this something different, more dramatic. But I was talking to Cora about the title. She's like, oh my God, that's so dramatic. That's like, oh my God, like title it at least something less dramatic. so, so I just went with Bye 2023, Hello 2024. But basically, I was just going to talk about how you need to live your life, not somebody else's life. Because a lot of times we live other people's lives as far as, oh yeah, 123, 123. Oh, I see what you're saying. Nice. So we live other people's lives because we take in extreme consideration what their opinions are and how they see us and how we want them to see us. So we don't do exactly what we feel is right, but what they think is right. And a lot of times it doesn't make you happy personally. And from the looks of it, most people that are giving you opinions of how you're supposed to live your life, they don't look that happy either. So, should you really listen to people, their opinions, if if you see them and they look miserable too? So, I wouldn't listen to somebody like that. Like people say, you know, don't take advice from a broke person. Don't take advice about money from a broke person, you know, just an example. But something like that. Let's see. Especially, yeah, through social media, vicariously. Oh, man. Or viciously. Girl, I can't read. Yeah, like, for example, one of my latest videos about van life sucks. But it actually says full-time van life. Like that, what I thought, that was my opinion. Because most people don't share that. They don't share the bad situations. They just share how awesome it is and how great it is and all the beautiful views and how they're having such a great time. But they don't show the mundane stuff that you have to do, the extra stuff that you have to do. And you know, they don't go sharing the bad side of it because that doesn't sell. What sells is the dream, and that's what they share, so you guys can click the video, so you guys can give them a like and support them and how awesome, and I want to do it too. And you know, it is fun, it is great. A lot of it is what you make out of it. Even just in general, you know, it's what you make out of it, because good things and bad things, you know, they always mesh together, and that's just life. So I just wanted to share in that video, which I got quite a bit of views in that video. And it was a little bit of a clickbait thumbnail because van life sucks. Like, it was huge on there. So it was just, you know, the things that bothered me about van life. It's not all like pretty views and, you know, young, pretty girls, you know, bathing and, oh, how I shower, which I've done those too. So it's not all like, you know, bells and whistles and all that, but there's a lot to it. Let's see. What's the plan for tonight? Oh my gosh. That's a it's funny you mentioned that in a way, because what I thought of. Because I'm wanting to work on a video that I say something about like my boring life, how I enjoy my boring life. And to answer your question, not a lot is going on. Like, I'm in my 40s. I live with my mom. My mom lives with me. However you want to look at that. Like, we live together. We're roomies. And she's in her 70s. I'm in my 40s. And most of the time we just hang out. We watch TV, we watch our shows, but we don't do anything crazy. We live a few hours away from our closest family members. So we typically don't go and travel very far. So movies, and if we make it to past midnight, we'll be watching the ball drop or something. But other than that, we just kind of hang out, we talk, or I'm on my phone and just do the what I call chillaxing day. Like, I try not to do much. When I get a chance to just relax and watch my shows or a few movies, listen to music, different things like that, and just relax, that's what I do. I enjoy it. Kind of de-stress. Let's see, Beverly. Brian and I went on a marriage retreat, and the chaplain had us do a project. And he said he noticed when everyone was doing it, everyone kept saying, "Oh, look at theirs. Oh, look at theirs." he said we should. He said we should focus. Yeah, because everybody wants the correct answer. Everybody wants to be praised. Everybody wants to be loved, and that's understandable. But yeah, a lot of people just they want to look as good. They want to look as nice. They want to feel as good as they think somebody else is. But a lot of times, most of us have issues. Most of us have marriage issues. Most of us have personal issues. And, we're not perfect, but what we show is our best face. We don't go talking about how we feel a certain kind of way, what affects us, what scares us, just we don't talk about the negativity too much. Let me see. Yeah, Lewis Bale. I noticed that most of the videos don't show the bad side of living on the road. They don't. They don't. They just show the wonderful adventure. So you guys can keep watching because it's like a high. It's like, oh, yeah, that looks awesome. Yes, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. And then at the same time, they might be living an awesome life. But my experience was to live in a big city or in a smaller to big-ish city. It wasn't to be on BLM land, to be boondocking, to do any of that kind of like in the middle of nowhere in a forest or anything like that. That wasn't what I did. So my experience is a little bit different than people that go in the middle of nowhere and actually enjoy the solitude, nature, and all that. That's a big difference too. Maybe they do enjoy it more. But what my circumstances was I still needed a job. I still had to work my 9 to 5, right? I still had to do that. And if I'm in the middle of nowhere, I have no money. So I have to go to a city that's big enough and populated enough where I have all the amenities. I have the Walmart, I have the Planet Fitness, I have other gas stations, supermarkets. I have everything I need plus jobs available to me. And that's where I had to stay. And that experience is not the same as being 2 weeks in the desert, enjoying not having to travel around and move and move and move everywhere, using up more gas, more this, more that, like, or in a national forest for a week, 2 weeks, whatever it may be. Like, that was not my experience because, for one, yes, you can do it. You can save up and then go and live your life, but I still needed income. So I didn't have that option. Let's see, on our marriage and not on the others. Oh, that they should focus more on their marriage, not on others. Yeah. Keeping up with the Joneses. Vicariously, sorry. It's all good. I figured that's what you meant. That's what I read, and then I had to reread. Says noodle pear. We all like that, relaxing. Yes. It's because, it just feels like you're constantly going and going and like this routine and having to work and having it like it's stressful. Just life can be stressful. So when you get a chance to relax, that's all I want to do. Drink coffee, watch my shows in the morning while I'm drinking coffee, relaxing, and maybe in the afternoon I have been having an extra cup of coffee in the afternoon, guys, because it's been cold. I've tried tea. I can't do it. I can't do it. It has to be coffee. But yeah, so I enjoy a good action movie, a good funny movie, those kind of FBI type of thriller shows and everything. I like it. I do. Some people think that you might be lazy and you should be doing extra. You should be doing more. If you have time to watch show after show after show, then you have time to go work and hustle and bustle. And okay, yeah, you do, but I choose not to. And that's my life. I have to live my life my way, what I find comfortable, what I find enjoyable, and what I'm willing to do versus somebody else's opinion. So that's why I wanted to title this Live Your Life, Not Their Life. Because everybody's going to be like, well, if I work a part-time job and somebody's opinion is, my gosh, you're only working a part-time job. Oh my God, that's horrible. You should be working full-time. You should be having an extra job. You should be doing that. You should be living, in an actual house. You should be blah, blah, blah. You should be doing this. Like you're young. You should be blah, blah, blah. But that's their mentality, their expectations, their experience, their way of thinking, whatever affected them throughout, their growth and whatever. To them, it's like if you don't work as hard as a workhorse, then you're lazy AF and you're not doing it right. But to me, like having a ton of money is not as important. Like my well-being, my relaxing life, my peaceful, simple life is what I enjoy. That's why I'm frugal. Like that's you balance it out. That's why I'm frugal, because I don't want to work as hard as I need to. I don't want to finance. I don't want to, but I have you guys, but I don't want to. Like I want to live more of a peaceful, serene, quiet life, go enjoy the world bits at a time. That makes me happy. And it's not for everybody. Some people have to just go, 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 go. And that's fine. I'm like, I'm not the type that can do that. I don't want your life. I want my life. And I like it just like chill, drinking coffee, talking to you guys. That's more me. I don't have that energy. I don't have the ADD, ADHD that I have to just like go, 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 go. I don't. I'm just like, that's what I enjoy. Seeing a nice sunset, seeing the view, just relaxing and like observing, like people watching. That's what I enjoy. Let's see. Tim G. It's going to be raining here in California, so I'm not going to be doing much myself. Yeah, see, exactly. Like even even I think like I believe in God. So like even when God makes a rainy day, like he needs to slow us down because sometimes we do too much. We really do. And some people may enjoy being outside doing yard work and all that, but at the same time, like there's sunny days, there's rainy days, there's windy days, there's earthquakes, there's tornadoes. There's time to like hunker down and relax and like focus on you and your family. And other times you go and just hustle and bustle, and it's all, it's all cyclical. It is what it is. Let's see. I'm looking for a van, but they're the same price as a house now. Oh my God, you're not joking. You're not joking. Oh my gosh. Yeah, some of them I've seen. Well, it depends where you're looking for the house, right? Because like, for example, the last couple of houses that I owned in Oklahoma, they are definitely cheaper than buying a new or newer van, especially like a Sprinter van or something like that. Oh my gosh. They really are. They're way cheaper. And Dora says, Coffee Club Dia. Louis Bale. Let's see. Use one starting at 70. Oh my God. 75,000 and up. Ooh, Jesus. I would imagine so for those like big Sprinter, and they're not even built. I don't think it's even an RV. It's just like a plain, more high top, which is nice. You can stand up because, I can't stand up in this. So it's a nice luxury. It's an add-on, but oh my gosh, 75,000. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, I couldn't do it. I even have a hard time paying. I have a hard time paying. I would have a hard time paying 75,000 for a home, which here in California, my gosh, that is like a shack of a burnt house, and you just got like a corner piece that was left and everything else burnt down, and you had to like redo everything, and that would be your price, down payment, because you still had to pay three, four, $500,000 for the property, and the potential of, oh, build your own beautiful 3-bedroom 2-bathroom home for only $75,000 down. Like, oh no, hell no. I can't do it. I can't. Let's see, Beverly. A lot of us are brainwashed. Yeah, we really are, to do things like that, to have all the latest things and to be wealthy, to do all those things. American consumerism. Yeah, yeah. It thrives on consumerism. Like the world keeps going, and it's true. It's true. It's like even me trying to be more minimal, more minimalistic, trying to be frugal. Like I struggle so much with the consumerism, because especially if you see commercials, advertisement, like they make it look so awesome. Like the videos, they make it look so awesome, and it makes you want to do it. Like, oh, I want that. I need it. I need it. I need. No, I don't need it. But the newer, the better thing, the more shiny thing, the colorful thing, the latest. And yes, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I think most of us are. Like we fall into that trap. And then the buyer's remorse, like, why did I buy that? I don't even need it. And then you get to using it and you're like, I don't even like it. I like what I had before. So there goes $100 to $300 wasted of things that you purchase and you don't even enjoy them. See Lewis Bale. I worked full-time and part-time jobs when I was a single parent. Children are grown now. Sold my home and wanted to relax, continuing my travels. Oh, awesome. Yeah, see, then there's stages in life where like you're saying, if you have to, you're gonna go and you're gonna do what you have to do. But if you have a choice, like maybe now you don't go and work 2-3 jobs to make ends meet, because you have children at home, because you have to have the more traditional house or apartment or whatever and provide for your children. Like that's a different stage in life. And I'm at the stage where my daughter's already grown. She'll be 22 this year, and I only had the one. So I'm like, I just have to worry about me. Like I don't have to work a full time plus a part time plus a side hustle. Like I don't have to do that. I can live within a part time job. If I want to get extra money faster, then I'll go look for another job, add to it for a while, or do a seasonal job or whatever. But I choose to work only part time, and that bothers people. It really does. But I'm happy. Like I'm okay with only working part-time, because I keep my bills very low. I keep my bills low, and I make it, and I still have like a tiny little bit that I can play with. And but I don't go buying the latest thing every year after year after year. I have to make choices. So I sacrifice, which is not really a sacrifice. I'm used to living a certain kind of way now. So, it would be like I sacrifice, right? Not getting the latest thing, not getting a brand new van, not getting, XYZ. So then I can only work part-time. So then I'm able to pay for all my essentials, all my necessities, and still be able to like once, twice a month go out to eat and go enjoy whatever, or do different things like that, whatever it may be to you. But that's how I work. That's how I enjoy myself, because I get stressed out too easy. Like I don't want to. I've done the full time. I've done the hustling. I've done like working 10 plus hours in a row. And then I did that, especially with DoorDash, like just constantly going and going and going. And you make really good money. Like if you're very picky about your what you accept, I don't have the high acceptance rate. I don't care to have the high acceptance rate. I work for one purpose, and that's to make money, to make the most money that I can, not just to have a awesome acceptance rate. I don't care about that. I care if I'm working, it's to get money, because that's how it is. So there's no point in me accepting the bare minimum, because I'm still going to be out there. I'm still going to be working. I'm still going to be doing something to earn money. So if I can make it to where I make more money, then I'm going to do that. Let's see. Coffee Club Dia. Hola, excelente fin de año. Fin de año nuevo, deseándoles a todos ustedes, los seguidores de Dia Club. Señora Dora. Hi, Mom. You're supposed to be in church, Mom. Shh. Let's see. Beverly. Do you remember the commercial? If it's on the internet, it must be true. Oh my God. If it's on Facebook, it must be true. I don't know if I remember that commercial, but I remember hearing people, oh, well, it's on Facebook, it must be true. Or people put it on Facebook. Maybe that's where that came from. Let's see. Noodle Pear. My aunt didn't want me to name my son Kevin because in Spanish it sounds like Kevin. Yeah. What are you looking at? Yep, Kevin. What? Yeah, I have heard of that one. But you found it very nice and you enjoy it. Like, yeah. Sometimes, like a different language speaker can't pronounce it. Like my mom, to say Evan, and she's just like, it's a tongue twister for certain things. And oh man, yeah. So I understand that. Kind of like my sister's well, my brother-in-law wanting to name his son Ocean, and it sounds like oh shit. Oh man. Let's see what Louis Bale. As long as you're happy, work that part-time job. I know. That's how I feel. Like, I'm the one paying my bills, right? I'm the one going out there and having to do what I need to do to pay my own necessities and bills and all that. So I don't see why it would bother somebody else, but it does. It does. It bothers people. If you I mean, regardless of what you do, I can go out and I can work 9 to 5, and people are always going to have issues. One person's going to be like, heck yeah, do your thing, and you're working, that's what you need to do to provide, to do this, to do that. And another person's like, that's it, you're only working 9 to 5. I mean, on the weekends you should at least find something else. Like, how are you going to make it? You need at least 2 3 jobs to make it in this time and stage and age and all that. Like, you can't make everybody happy, so don't try. Make your own self happy. Let's see. Louis Bale. I'm retired and not going back to work. I like volunteering at animal shelters. So many people are losing their homes. And abandoning their pets. Oh, that's sad. That's sad, but yeah, I would prefer. And it's like what is that phrase, catch 22? Like, you're losing your home, you want your pets to have at least a chance to go to a good home, but then there's a lot of like kill shelters, like, oh. So it's like, what do you do? You can't afford to keep your home, you can't afford to like barely feed yourself, and you can't maintain an animal and having to do with all that, because like the vet bill is expensive too. So what do? You try to give it at least a chance for somebody else to adopt them, right? That's so hard. That's sad. And then I've heard that there's so many homes that are vacant that can house everybody. All the homeless people can have their own house. Of course they can't, because they can't pay for it, right? It's not just going to be given to them. But there are so many homes that are vacant that everybody can live in an actual home. I've heard something like that years ago, which actually surprised me. I was very surprised to hear that, like, because they keep talking about how things are getting more populated. People are building more and more and more. The lots are getting smaller. The houses are getting smaller. They're making more apartment complexes just to fit so many people, and the population is growing and blah, 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 blah. But then on the other hand, they have statistics showing where there's so many abandoned homes and vacant homes that everybody could have a home. So make that make sense. Like they talk about one day coffee is good for you, the next day coffee is very bad for you. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Beverly. My dad said Alvin for Evan. Like the chipmunks when I told him, when you told him his name, Alvin, Evan. Oh my gosh. Lewis Bale. A lot of homes and apartment buildings are vacant. Yes, a lot of them are. And they make it so hard for you to rent. Like they expect you to earn 3+ times the income, which I understand why. They want to make sure that you have enough to pay plus all your other stuff. So I understand why things are in place the way that they are, but like they make it really hard for some people to rent anything. And then the prices of rent are ridiculous. Like here in actual Barstow, they are way cheaper than like the nice LA and San Diego areas and San Francisco and all that. Out here, you can still find them like a 1 bedroom for $1,000, which to me it sounds ridiculous. But like it's still too high. It's still too high. But that's cheaper. That's like 1/3 or 1/4 of the other places in California that you're going to find. And that's why I also choose to move here. Because it is cheaper and I don't want to work as hard. I don't have to work as hard, so I'm not going to. If I had to, that's a whole different story, but I don't have to. I manage my life where I don't have to. I live how I want to live. And it is what it is. So, but yeah, there's a lot of vacant ones. They really are. And because it's just too expensive, you're paying $2,000 to $3,000 in some of these areas for a 1 bedroom or a studio. If you're lucky, you get a 2 bedroom. And the average pay is not going to allow you to pay that and still qualify, I should say, because you still need to make at least 3 times the amount of the rent. What job is going to pay you that, like a basic job, unless you have your own business or you have like 3, 4, 5 jobs, and then you and your spouse have 2, 3 jobs, and then you combine it, and then like it's hard. It's hard. That's why I choose the alternative. So I don't care to work that hard. Let's see, Beverly. It's whatever fits the narrative at the time for sure. Yeah. Yep. Let's see, Lewis Bale. 1 bedroom here in Tucson starts at $1,600. Golly. Wow. Yeah. Out here is right under $1,000. You can find some that are like in the 800s, but for an average, you're going to be looking at about 1,000 plus. So 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, depends on how nice, how fancy the complex is, right? But I'm like, man, I would love to live in some of those, but I'm not willing to do what it takes to live and to pay that. I'm not. So I have an alternative lifestyle, which right now is living in the RV and adventuring in my van. And if I have to, then I'll just live in my van for a while until I can figure things out. Like, it doesn't bother me. Been there, done that, and I'm okay with it. I don't want to do it full time in a minivan for forever, for years and years, because my comfort is a bit more space. Like, I at least want a travel trailer, an RV, a motorhome, something that I can actually stand up in, that I have the running water and not the makeshift running water, like actual running water. The flush toilet or composting toilet, that's like, I don't really care. It's nice to have the flush toilet, and I do have that. But like, I don't care. I like a big kitchen. I enjoy cooking. Like, those are my priorities. So everybody's different. Some people can't live in a tiny little place, and that's okay too. Like, it's all just depending on the person. Like, whatever you're willing to work for, whatever your likes and dislikes are, that's all up to you. There's really no right or wrong way to live. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I had called around before we moved here to this RV park. This RV park is $700 a month, but all utilities, everything's included. And they have like a bathhouse, what I call a bathhouse. It's a big building that has the restrooms and then the showers. Plus on the other side of the building, it has a laundry facility. So like it's nice here. It's quiet, it's clean, and I enjoy it. And for that price in California, I went for it. And other places that I wanted to go and rent and look at for an RV spot, it was $1,500 in San Diego, in the San Diego area, for just to park it. Plus, you still had to pay electricity, and then you still had to show them that you make so much money, and you have to put an application and application fees. And like, if you're renting an actual apartment or a house, I'm like, for a parking spot, are you kidding me? But I get so irritated with that. Like, it's a dang parking spot. I'm bringing my own vehicle, my own trailer, my own everything. Like, why do I need to go through the whole works? Like, if I'm renting an actual apartment or a house, that's ridiculous. But that's how some people are. And I think a lot of them are like that because they can, and they probably have a lot of requests and not enough space, so they can be more demanding. Audrey asks if you've ever been to Georgia. Yes, I have. I've been to Georgia. That's where I had my AIT, my military training in Fort Gordon, Georgia. So I was there for a while. I didn't really get to enjoy it because I was training in the military base, but I've been through there also driving. But, but yes, I've lived in Georgia. I guess you can call it I've lived in Georgia, just didn't experience outside of the base really. Not too much anyway. I lived there for a few months. Dora, coffee club. I have. Why she asked that? Did she do something like a school project or something about Georgia? I'm curious where do kids think of all this stuff? Like, why are they asking? They always have a reason why Georgia pops up in their head. Let's see, Audrey's face. Audrey's face went, whoa. Yes, Audrey May. You made me famous, Audrey May, with your, is that bread? Your cute little shorts. Because her bestie moved to Georgia. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. Georgia is hot and humid. And there's been times where I've driven through Georgia in summertime and in the dark and fueling up, and because all the lights are shining at night, you see all the crickets and the bugs and all that going everywhere. Yeah. I was like, oh, because I don't really care for bugs. But you still have to go outside and pump your gas, so I had to deal with the bugs. But yeah, it's nice. It's just really hot and humid. Almost like a North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah. She made me famous with that. Is that bread? For your Dutch baby. That was really good. I actually like that. Oh man. I think my cherries are thawed out now. And this whole thing is so cold. Let me see. Ooh, gross. It is squishy now. It's a beautiful color though. If y'all can see that. All right. Hopefully I don't have red all over my teeth. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to come on here, say hi and farewell to 2023. Hello to 2024. And for the message to be live your life, not theirs. Don't live their life the way that they suggest, the way that they think is correct, because they are their own individuals. They have their own thumbprint. They have their own DNA, and you have yours. So whatever their opinions are may or may not be important to you. If they are, take in consideration what they say. But still, you have to look out for what is best for you, regardless of anybody's opinion, anybody's doing or not doing. Unless they are paying all your bills, then their opinion doesn't matter as much as it should. So yeah, there's a big difference. If you're paying my bills, and I will take you into high consideration, but I'm still an individual. So it is what it is, guys. Live your life. Say it louder for the people in the back. Yeah. This year has taught me a lot. This year has definitely taught me a lot. The expectations, the reality versus expectations, and what I think in my head to what reality really is completely different. In my mind, I think more happy, rainbows go lucky type of person, and I think everybody thinks like me because I'm just like I'm more loving, I'm more happy. I want to do for people, I want to help people and live in a community, and kumbaya. That's more in my head, but reality is completely different. And I have learned many, 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 many lessons throughout life, but especially this year. This year has taught me a whole bunch more, that has made me a little more tougher, thicker skin. And I'm just like, I'm so done. I'm so done with people's opinions of what I should and shouldn't do, how I should and should not live my life. My life is mine. And, whether you think you're right or not, whether you think I'm right or not, it doesn't matter, because it's my life. You live your life, I live mine. And as long as I'm not harming you, like being a serial killer, a pedophile, or whatnot, whatever it happens to be, right? Something horrible where I'm not hurting you. Just let me be. Let me be happy, because my happiness is not yours. Your happiness is not mine. It is what it is. And yeah. So I hope y'all have the best year next year of your life, and every year should be the best year of your life. So happy New Year's, you guys. And don't forget, every Sunday at about 10 a.m. Pacific time, because I'm in California, I will go live, do live streams. Sometimes, for whatever reason, I'm not able to. But for the most part, every week, Sunday mornings, I will be on here about 10 a.m. Pacific and kind of talk about it. If you guys have topics you want to talk about, we can discuss it, just keep it friendly. But I don't mind hearing people's opinions. I have mine, and we might kind of go back and forth about it, but that's okay. I'm not hating on you. I don't hate you per se. I just, give my opinion like you give yours, and that's fine. That's why we're adults, we're humans. We can have a conversation. It's not fighting. It's called a conversation. But that's how we grow. That's how we learn. So anyhow, yeah, make every day the best day that you can live, because we only really have today. I don't know about tomorrow. And I say that because it seems like the older you get, the more you realize life is very precious. Like, you don't know if you have tomorrow. And I say that even more now because here recently we found out a family member passed away and they didn't make it to 2024, unfortunately. So you just never know. You just never know. Like, they lived a full life, you know, they were older, but still, it is Sunday sermons, right? But, you know, you just never know. There's people, kids that only make it a few hours into their life and then they pass away. Like, life is precious. It really is. So do what makes you happy. And like I said, if you're not hurting anybody, do what makes you happy. And, you know, if you want to work 20 hours a day, do that. If you want to work 1 hour a day, do that. However it is, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way to live. It's it's all up to you. So if it makes you happy, that's all that matters, really. Anyhow, I will see you in 2024. And make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, comment below, and be expecting some cool van life videos as far as like the Blue Eddy and cooking and my layout and etc, etc, etc. I got more that I'm going to be doing. I'm learning how to do more clickbait per se, but make it more exciting, more subjects, exciting subjects instead of the boring, mundane that, I mean, that's my life, right? It's just kind of boring and plain and everything, but I'm trying to make it better. So I still, I'm learning every day. I learn and how to do things better because I look back to my very first few videos and I've improved a whole lot. I really have, but anyhow, thank y'all for showing up, for commenting, for hitting the like, for sharing your opinions and everything and then some. So yeah, happy New Year's to everybody. Bye, you guys. Yeah, see you next year for real. Tomorrow. Yeah, see you next year. Bye, guys.